Well, hello. This is Asmoth, the would-be lich. Yeah, so, I thought it would be fun to do, some monologuing for, this speed paint. Even though it's, only my second one. But, I mean, that was really inspired by, Plague of Gripes. Yeah, I've liked his work a lot for quite some time. So really, yeah, I mean, that inspired me to want to try this out, and I thought it'd be fun. Yeah, so anyway, Uzaki. Yeah, I mean, it's really not relevant now, I guess. Technically, yeah, the anime's finished airing and all that. Yeah, I started this around probably when it was still finishing. Yeah, it's airing. But, yeah, I mean, I figured it'd be fun. I wanted to try and, showcase her other assets, since, everybody always focuses on, most obvious part about her. But, yeah, and, yeah, I mean, that pose really was, I wanted to try a different pose like that too, because of, seeing Naminiku ATK's work, and, I always love the poses he does, or she, I don't know, but I always love, Naminiku's poses, like bent over poses and stuff like that, and, so I figured it'd be fun to try it out here. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day with it, I think it's, it's fine, but, I mean, you're bound to compare yourself to what you're looking at, so, I mean, definitely, it's more subpar compared to that, I think, but, and at the end of the day, I like it. But I really like how the background turned out in this, specifically the chair, the seat. But, yeah, I mean, that aside, I guess more on the, the sort of, like, time around, like, Uzaki's airing with the, Twitter drama about that, like, very little. I'm not gonna go heavily into that, but I just find it funny. Like, big kind of fuss, or, like, semi-fuss about, like, her character design, and people just like taking the liberty of redoing it and saying, "Oh, I fixed her design," acting as though that kind of character design is anything new, as far as busty anime girl on like thin frame, that's I don't get why the need to really be that pretentious about redesigning her has like come up now, when there's been like characters like that since forever, really, a long time. But yeah, is what it is. Yeah, I still had fun with this regardless. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I think that's about all I have to say on it, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to really, I don't really know if there's really much. Well, yeah, I mean, I thought I could talk about some more of this process that I'm looking at right now, and that you're looking at. That bow on the back was kind of a pain a bit, but yeah, that's some of the table too, some of the table pieces, but yeah. Oh yeah, that part of it too, that steel part of the bottom of the table, that was, yeah, but complaining aside, yeah, it was still very fun to do. And I'm trying to think about like background stuff with the new thing I'm working on, which, like, I'm drawing an artist OC I really like, so that's been fun. Yeah, so I mean, I'm trying out like Clip Studio's perspective like tool a bit more with that. So that's been cool. I'm trying to get used to that. You know, I think that'll only help, you know, improve some things to come. Yeah. Oh yeah, now we get to the color finally. I could talk about more about that too. I guess the whole idea of starting out with just value before even doing the color like I am here. Yeah, I've been looking at or you know, studying Livia Prima's lessons lesson she had on that site. They changed the name though. Let me see what that new name is. I have that like right here. Yeah, it's apparently yeah, they changed the name of the site to like wingfox.com. But yeah, I mean I recommend that lesson of Olivia Prima's. It's good. I've been, you know, taking notes on each of the lessons and stuff like that, and I found it helpful like halfway through the course. Oh shit, there's I just noticed I missed a little part to cut out of what I was listening to during this little Cream Crew action. I was listening to that and just music in general at times, but that's funny. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, like those lessons I feel have helped out a bit, like the value, like working on value before doing color. I feel was like this painting here was my first time employing that kind of maybe not employing is the right word, but employing words, the first time trying out that sort of process, and I thought it was, yeah, definitely helpful, because I don't know, you can get lost in color a lot, really. There's a lot of options there, whereas like in value, I mean, you essentially just have light and dark for the most part, and I mean, those are sort of the things your eyes focus on, like first primarily, before even really dealing with color, I guess. Yeah, like value is the thing that mainly stands out besides color. Yeah, so that's been cool, and I'm looking forward to really like finishing those lessons and seeing what else I can learn from them. But yeah, it's definitely been indisposable. It's really great. Yeah, so I guess yeah, enough droning on about that, I suppose. But yeah, so the background is now coming together. But yeah, that chair, I really liked how that turned out. And that, yeah, the light too, that sort of lamp I liked. Yeah, the flooring, it's like, I don't know, like in terms of like colors, I think, I mean, obviously, like, I guess you can expect there would be a difference. Like, there's a difference in saturation, I guess, with my TV monitor and my MacBook monitor, because like I'll hook up my HDMI to my Mac, so that way I, you know, have a bigger screen to like look at instead of being hunched over my MacBook screen. But yeah, when I unplugged my like HDMI after finishing this and looking at there, like I noticed like the MacBook's like display was a little more saturated, the colors, so I was like, oh, I should probably watch that a little bit more, like be careful of that, I guess. You know, but yeah, I mean, so I don't know what I'll do about that. Maybe I just won't give a shit, and yeah, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I was gonna say maybe have it hooked up with the HDMI just for sketch phases, and then work on color just from the MacBook monitor. But I don't know. I mean, that's definitely nice not being hunched over a small screen, like leaning over that for an hour or so, or hours. So we'll see. But at the end of the day, I think this turned out fine. Yeah, and well, I suppose that's enough droning on, really. So hey, you know, let me know if you enjoyed this, and if you'd like to see more. Chances are, I mean, regardless, I think I'd like to do more of this style of video anyway, because I've found it fun. So, but yeah, let me know what you think, and enjoy the rest of this. Take care.